Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Little Francis, episode number 61, and oh boy, we are getting back to Limoges here this time. Yes, no more Paris, at least for 2 episodes actually. So Limoges is back. You can also see that we are on Google Earth right now, and if you do remember from long time ago, we built this particular area from Limoges. The train station with the surroundings. Well, more or less the same. It's not completely an identical area built, but hey, it is more or maybe not that much the same. But the road system, it is quite the same, and I love doing all these pedestrian areas with the red-ish color, which is really cool, really cool. I know in my save game it is way much red than this. Good. So what I've done, I worked a lot because I had to fix a lot of things from the previous time, but today we are building Parc Champ de Juliette. Not Juliette, it's Juliette. Okay, something like that. This particular area from here at the entrance, it is more or less the same, but I made a boo-boo. And the boo-boo was made long time ago, and I don't want to fix it, and I can't fix it. It will take forever, so it is what it is, right? Here, if you look on this map, how should I put this? Here, it's lower level than what we have here. You can see that by looking at these steps that are going to the park, and here we don't have steps. It's directly to the street area. So yeah, that's how it is. Higher ground, lower ground. Well, in my save game is the other way around. Higher ground and lower ground over here. It is what it is, right? I mean, yeah, let's not fix it. Let's make it our own way. But anyway, other than that, we have this really beautiful and the small fountain over here. I will add also many benches, trees, whatnot, and then some parking lots over here at the end. But I didn't add all these buildings around it. Maybe that in a next episode or so. But for now, it is what it is because we have what we have, right? So let's move with the time lapse to talk and see exactly what we are building and how we are building stuff. But anyways, even though I said we don't add buildings, I'm adding just some buildings because I want to have an area right next to the train station. I want to have that area more or less completed. So yeah, adding some buildings. I'm adding different type of buildings, even some German ones. I know they probably don't fit different architecture, but guys, trust me, if you look on in Limoges, you'll see there are quite some different buildings in the same spot, which is really cool because it's not repetitive. And some of you already told me, I think, or either on my Instagram or on Twitter or somewhere, that I should start using different type of buildings as well, and not only those that I'm using from like in Paris, because in Limoges it's quite different, and also in other cities. I know, and I'm trying my very best to use the different type of buildings, but I'm very close to 6k assets, and I don't want to reach 10k assets really. I already subscribed to some train tracks from made by Revo, the ones for train how is it called, something with 2.0, so really cool ones. So I have in plan even to change all the train tracks we already have in our city over here. But hey, step by step we shall see. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna subscribe to more buildings and whatnot. Anyways, let's talk about the build itself, because now we are in my favorite place, and that is traffic related stuff, road infrastructure and whatnot. And in this roundabout over here, we have a 3-lane in one particular area, and that's this one from here, because the outer lane, it's specifically done for buses, and that's what I'm trying to do now. So I will make that lane only for buses, and I'm gonna, let's say, delimitate it from the rest of the lanes with a very small concrete area That's how it is also in real life. I didn't paint that one in red because it will take forever to make that super tiny and thin concrete, let's call it curb, just to cover it with red. It's and the intersection marking tool is not going to help me coloring, so I can only add pavement and whatever, but I can't color it as I please. Even though it would be really cool feature, let's say. Anyways, I love adding also those let's say little white squares like you see here. Someone saw a picture from the other side of the park and said, oh my god, I can't understand what's going on in this intersection. Yeah, at a point when you see so many lines and squares and God knows what other stuff you see on the road, it kind of gets you. But that is because we are not used to it. In France, or at least in some French cities, this is something that you see. But hey, I like it. If it's colored, or if, well, not colored, because white it's not a color, but if it's really nice marked, I love it. I take it. It's fine for me. Cool. What else? In this, on the other road over here that you see at the bottom of the screen, it's a 4-lane road, but in real life it's not a 4-lane road. You'll see I'm gonna change that one. I'm gonna change it. I mean, I'm gonna make it's 1 lane, and the other one it will be covered with some parking lots, because that's how it is in real life too. Here I played with the terrain, as you saw just a few seconds ago, and it is like I said, the other way around. On the right side it's super, the height it's higher than bigger than on the other side, on the left side. Now, many questions that I got on my Instagram or Twitter or even Facebook, people were asking me, how did I color all these pedestrian areas? It's quite simple, guys. Use either the ploppable asphalt made by Ronix, or the ploppable surface. Not the ploppable surface, the asphalt surface. This one, the red one that you see here, the network. It's a asphalt surface, and with the help of network, oh my god, so many mods. And with the help of one mod, which I can't remember right now, I will try to remember it. I am able to color it, so I can use some colors for that one. So you can even color the asphalt on the road. You can make it darker, or gray, or whatever color, even green if you want to make it green, which is crazy, of course. But you can make it green for some particular areas where you want to, I don't know, turn them into a bike pathway. Yeah, it's one really great mod. I was also mentioning in the previous episode that actually I had a different type of mod that was coloring the ground, but I am not using it anymore. Because this one does it. What is the name of that mod? For God's sake, I'm scrolling down in the mod list right now, and Network Skins. Yes. So Network Skins mod. That's the one. Yes. Whew, cool. Now that we figured that out, let's get back talking about what we do here. I'm trying to make the big fountain in the middle of the park there. First of all, I've tried to make it realistic, and by realistic I mean, you'll see I'm gonna play with the ground around this fountain and inside the fountain, and I wanted to pop inside there a water source, but hey, it's flooding, and even though I made it super small, I made it in different ways, it's overflooding the area, so I cannot do that. Eventually later I will do a, let's call it a trick. I'm gonna add inside that fountain some asphalt surface in the same way like I'm adding this red one, but I'm gonna turn it into a very bluish one, and then I'm gonna add some water surface on top of it. Yeah, it's a trick, you'll see what I'm talking about. Over here in the park, it's not like that. You don't have any type of curbs, whatever. I'm adding these for two particular reasons. First of all, I can't play that well with the terrain. Yeah, we can play with a terraforming network, we can play with slope networks, but still it's not going to look the same, because everything is almost at the same level, and when it's not the same level, you just see grass. But in some cases, for me here, you will see those, for instance, red surfaces, pedestrian areas floating in here, and it's uglu. So yeah, we have to change that, and I just added those curves. So well, actually it's more like retaining walls. Anyways, so I played a lot with this. The park, it's not perfectly identical with the one from real life. Well, it is impossible, maybe not impossible, but it will take too much time, and plus again I made a mistake from the beginning, playing with the wrong heights of the terrain, so not bueno. But hey, in the end it will look really cool. And you know what, let's be honest, I'm not rebuilding France or places from France to make them super identical. I am just taking a lot of inspiration and trying to replicate them, let's say, as much as possible. Over here I'm just doing a simple gate. I don't have it, so I have to make it myself. I just added some really nice rail guards there, and then added two different type of like gates, doors, whatever, metal doors, and you know, played with the procedural object mods. That's the trick. In the middle over here of the roundabout, I know there is no red area actually in real life. It's just some grass and gravel, and it's a big tree, nothing else. Hey, I'm gonna give it my 2 cents on it, let's call it, and I'm gonna make it look red as well, and then I'm gonna plop indeed a tree in the middle. This is the trick I was telling you about, with the surface turned into a blue, and then there is some really cool water surface, and I'm adding it on top to give it like a texture, and trust me, it does the trick actually. Good. In the end, in the middle there, I'm gonna add some water jets, how do you pronounce that? I'm gonna add those so it will look like a fountain. Pretty cool actually. People will for sure start coming into this park. I'm adding all sort of invisible pathways. I'm gonna add all sort of park or invisible ploppable parks or event generators or whatever they are called. So many things. I'm gonna add benches. I'm gonna add anything that will attract our little citizens, and trust me, they will start coming. And now that they will start coming, actually we are starting having some really cool traffic around this area. I've done some extra work off camera. I will add some bus lines around this. There were 2 bus lines, but they were like mehi, and I had to change them a tiny bit and make them to be more realistic and to properly work actually, you know. This is the fountain that I was telling you about. I found this cool one, and I'm gonna make it oval. Yeah, it's a bit stretchy, but you know what, if you don't go too close, it's going to look very cool. And what added the watersheds in the middle, that's the final trick. So voila, I think we are going to achieve a really cool fountain over here. Okay, what else? Yes, I was talking to you guys about the buses. Well, those bus lines, eventually, when we will have a proper city, I mean, we already have a proper city, but there are so many empty areas with no buildings or whatever, and that makes me not, let's say, in the point where I can play or add proper bus lines, tram lines, and metro lines. Even though the infrastructure for these are getting better and better, at least once at 5 episodes. But eventually I will make a really full episode where I'm going to show how I'm thinking the infrastructure, the bus, or let's call it the transportation system in Little France. We already have like, is it 4 or 5 train stations? I'm not totally sure. I think it's around 4-ish, maybe 5 train stations already. Probably we will have a tiny bit more train stations. And I'm adding train lines there too. So things are gonna look pretty cool. Right now, at this moment, I'm already working, almost finishing the next episode, episode 62, which hopefully it will be released very soon as early access to my patrons. Whoa, boys, guys, I'm building a bus hub, more like an intercity bus hub from Lyon. I posted on my Twitter account asking, and also my Discord, asking you guys, all my French friends, to come up with a really cool place where we have a nice bus hub. And you guys really send some cool ones, lots of them. I had to choose only one for now, and it's the one from Lyon. You'll see what this is about. But I'm gonna use the other ones too in other places, because some of them are very small, so they can really fit in other places. So don't be sad if I haven't used your one, the one you guys suggested. Whew, a lot of talking today. I'm full of energy apparently. Good. So here I just almost ended the parking area. There I'm doing the surroundings because here. It's a highway. Well, I know in real life there is no highway around this area, but there I have a highway, and I want to bring it, not to bring it, I want to link it to this particular area again. It was also done before, from a different angle, a different place, so I can have more traffic and more cars coming into the city. And trust me, it is working. To make the perfect roundabout, it is doable. The Nodes controller mod is amazing. Honestly, you will see turning this area in this roundabout into a perfect one, a perfect roundabout. Yes, look at it, and adding at the end the red ploppable asphalt there. Pooh! It's like sexiness in a nutshell. It's a nice way to say it, right? Anyways, here I'm adding the pathways that I was telling you about, guys, and well, I will turn them eventually into let's say invisible pathways, because we don't want to see any ugly stuff there. I'm gonna add also some lights into the park, because we need lights if people want to walk around during evenings. Let's allow them do so. And in the end, again, told you, more trees, more let's say things that will attract people. I'm gonna add some basketball courts, some places where kids can play and whatnot, a very small statue in a place as well. So it is going to look pretty well. I already added some stains, as you can see there, because I don't want to see everything being super clean and neat and perfect, because in real life there is no such thing. Maybe just 1 month after they are re-asphalting the entire area, but other than that, no way, Jose Maria Pelegres del Corazon. Another cool thing about Little France is that on a side of Seine River we have Paris builds and whatnot, but that area will be with a grayish type of asphalt. And on the other side of Seine River, which is this one, where we have a big build from Limoges, and not only, we have a darker look of the roads. Yeah, it's darker because that's how it is in other cities. Plus, we have this, where in some areas we have this red pathway. Little France is getting amazing. I know it's mine, but trust me, it's getting amazing. You guys can get the save game and you can have a look around. It's on my Patreon account only. But I have to give something in return to my friends that supports my channel. But I'm gonna tell you upfront and out loud, you will need a really cool PC to run Little France. It's not easy. It's almost 6K assets, guys. It is a lot. So if you don't have 32 gigabytes of memory, it is really hard for you to run this. But also I am sharing with you guys over there also my LUT settings and my map theme and whatnot to make Little France look the exact same as mine. Here is the parking area running through the middle of the roads that I was telling you about, playing a lot with the intersection marking tool to make those little concrete curbs. I'm adding those parking laws that are really working, and with the traffic manager President Edition, I'm fixing these lanes so cars will not drive through those parked cars. So yeah, those lanes are being forbidden for cars, and we will have some bus stops too. As I mentioned, I'm adding 2 bus lines, at least 2 lines. Or I think there are 2 or 3. I don't know. I added them already. But of course off camera. Not you didn't see that. Here is the final part where I'm adding the park, little park stuff. Sven Berlin did these small ones where people are playing tennis, table tennis, and some kids are in the swings and whatever. And there we have some basketball courts. They are so beautiful, and everything will be covered with trees. Everything will be covered with trees. Guys, we are getting close to the end of this episode as well. The next one probably will be a tiny bit longer, but I'm hoping that I'm gonna release it very soon, like today or whatever. Not today, it's actually 1 week ago. Thank you very, very, very much for watching this. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like, comment, guys. Please do leave some comments, because I love your interaction and chatting with you. But till then, next time, guys, take care of yourselves. Wish you all the best, and I salute you.